And here we go. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our Icon Leadership Training family. But tonight is a different night. Tonight is a very different night than our standard night. Tonight, as a matter of fact, inside of the next 2 minutes, I've just got to give accolades to the young man that will be joining us on the call tonight. But tonight, you will not hear me talking. As a matter of fact, you're going to hear from one of my favorite people. And it's interesting. It's so much to say. Like, it's just so much to say about Coach, I want to call you Coach Scott. I'm sorry. There's so much to say about Scott Tomer. And I guess I feel like he's my coach because he's been that person that was actually on one of my very first conference calls when I was running for the $50,000 bonus. He was one of my very first conference calls. And because we have such an amazing relationship with Scott, I'm able to text Scott and ask him questions, and he'll shoot me back a response. And when you work with a company where now, guys, because you got to put this in perspective, he is at the helm. He is at the helm of everything that's happening in the world of Surge 365, but he's so down to earth. He's just such a cool, I'm gonna call him a cool brother. He's so cool, but so smart and business savvy all at the same time. It's kind of like this one big amazing package. But family, he is right there by his dad's side. He is steering the company into the 21st century. He is helping to implement those things, guys, that will literally allow you and I to create those legacies for our children. Now, we're well over 840 people behind the genius idea that they had to close this year strong. 840 people. And he's going to tell you the power of taking those numbers to the next level, guys. But I want you to think, if each of us just did our part to make sure that our new partners get 3 and free, Katie bar the door. So he is first a child of God. He is a husband. He is a father. He's just an amazing person. And so, family, without further ado, I want to present to you the CEO of Surge 365, my great friend, none other than Scott Tomer. Mr. Tomer, how are you, sir?
I am doing extremely well, and I'm doing even better. What I'm going to do is send me that recording. I'm just going to listen to that every morning when I get up, and I'm going to feel better about me all day long.
You should. You should.
Well, but when you really look at it, we get more credit than we deserve. We're kind of like the quarterback in the NFL, if you will. That when things go good, everybody's looking at the quarterback saying it's what they did. But really, we're just a reflection of our team. And if it had been up to Coach and Chris and I on this last weekend, I think we would have been if there was 851. And because Chris had a neighbor that he invited over, if it hadn't been for the team, we would have had one. Because Chris had a neighbor that said, "Man, this looks really good. I'm going to go ahead and do this." But it really is the team, and everything that happened this past weekend. It was an idea that we had, and we put some stuff in place, and we did a presentation, and we had the travel parties, and we did the vouchers. But what made last weekend special was our people. It was the people that are on this line, the people that that you are leading, Jackie, that your team, and then those teams that are like yours. And I never want to lose sight of the fact that we are just a reflection of a lot of people who are like-minded, who have the goals, who want better for their family. And collectively, we were able to do something very special when you think about it, 10 days before Christmas. I mean, it's unheard of to be able to do what we did at the time of year that we've done it. And that's a reflection of the leadership, not just of the 3 people that are called founders, but really that's a reflection of our leaders, of Von Nickelberry. And I just can't tell you how fortunate and how blessed you are to have Von as an upline, his understanding of the industry, his desire to help people, the way that he wants to mentor to that next level. You're really blessed to have Von as a director. And if you're on this call tonight, you're on the call because of a special lady that I mean, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened before surge, but my goodness, when you hit surge like a hurricane. I mean, you just came in here and said, you guys must have just set this up for me, because my goodness, what you've been able to do, Janice, in such a short period of time is just truly incredible. And I know that you would give all that credit to your people, because that's what leaders do. It really is about servant leadership. That's how we build. That's how we attract people. That's why people stay with us. And so I'm just truly blessed to be in the position I am, but I'm more blessed because of the people that we have. And so, when I think about this, just when I think about where we're at, usually in the industry, sometime a couple weeks maybe after Thanksgiving, like in that first week of December, everybody kind of really shuts down. And I got to be honest with you, most things don't pick up until February, mid-February. It seems like it kind of goes down a couple weeks after Thanksgiving and lasts till after the Super Bowl. It is kind of the Christmas season, if you will, where people are kind of, they're not distracted, but they're focused on things that they're doing with their families. And then we get distracted. But my goodness, what happened with the focus that we were able to do last Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, what it really did is, while it's going to help finish this year strong, what it really did was it just gave an incredible jump start to 2019. And what we're going to be able to do in 2019, because of what is happening in the last few days and in the next few days to come, is going to be, for some people, it's going to be a difference. See, I really believe this. The thoughts are right now, and I know, because we've had this call, we've had this talk about getting to director. But see, what I see in 2019 for you is not just you getting to director. I see directors coming up in your organization. I don't see just you at director. I see you at regional director, and going, you're just going to, that charger or challenger is just going to be a passing little, kind of like, okay, I got that, on your way to picking out whether you want the Mercedes, the Jag, or the Benz. That's the kind of momentum that we're creating right now, and that's the kind of momentum. And see, when you and don't get lost in this. Don't get lost in the fact, okay, you hear 840 and think, okay, that's really good for the company. See, it doesn't matter if you had a significant part of that, or if you had a small part. If you just had one, but think about this. You can go from one, because really what we're talking about is everybody's got a chance to get the first four. Well, that's one, and then you add four, that's five. But now you take those four, you do the same thing, there's another 16. Now we're at 21. So you could be at one person and be at 21 before the end of the year by just helping them not just get to their 3 and 3, but get that one more to get them into their team builder group and be able to really start earning those $1,000 bonuses. Then you start looking at it, you start saying, okay, but that's not the end. I mean, when you start looking at that next step, being regional builder, and I understand that, Gerald, I understand you're only 11 points away from regional builder. And that's an incredible accomplishment. I know that you've had this conversation about what that regional builder experience is like, and what that can mean. Because I remember, my goodness, I remember very, very vividly sitting on that front row and being challenged not just to get to your $10,000 bonus, but to keep pushing you really kind of double dipped. You finished up and you got to that 50K because of the regional builder experience. You were challenged, and there was a belief that you could reach that next, that you could do something I don't want to call supernatural, but nothing incredible happens before belief. See, I know this, folks. I know that great things, the prerequisite for great things is great belief. It's being able to have the vision. This can happen for me. It's not for other people. See, it's not for just somebody else. It's not for just special people. And I want to put an end to the myth here. Please understand, there's nothing special about Scott Tomer. If you look at my life before I got in this industry, I want to drop you back just a bit, because I know that you maybe have heard the story, but maybe you haven't. I mean, you're the person talking to you tonight is a person that had made $12,000 in the year before I got involved in this industry. I was living in a home that had, listen to me, I built the home, but I didn't have any money. I was a carpenter. I knew how to do, I had the skills to build. I didn't have the money to complete. My house, when my daughter was born, the interior walls had no drywall. There was no sheetrock. You could walk from in, you could see the whole house when you walked in. There was just 2x4s, and there was plumbing and there was wiring, but there was no sheetrock. There was no carpet. There were no cabinets. We cooked on our Fry Daddy and we washed dishes in the tub. That's who I was when this industry found me. And see, I know sometimes we say, well, should I take a chance on this? Take a chance on this? Who was I to challenge? Who was I to wonder if this industry could deliver? I had nothing. Basically, A.L. Williams took a chance on me. I didn't take a chance on that company. See, you're not taking a chance on Surge. Surge's taking a chance on you. Because we don't do background checks. We don't look for pedigrees. We don't look for resumes. We don't look for anything except heart. But see, if you got heart, that's all you need. We can teach you the skills. We can teach you to close. We can teach you to do presentations. But if you got heart, see, that's something that can't be taught. You got it or you don't. And see, what I know when you're on this call, it's less than a week till Christmas. See, what I already know about this group is you got heart, you got desire. See, if you got that, the rest of it is just learn. The rest of it is just something that you can pick up. You know, I can't tell you how important it is to invest in yourself. And what that really means is you got to invest in you becoming the best version of you. See, the Scott Tomer you're talking to tonight, the one that you're hearing tonight, there is no comparison to that Scott Tomer from 40 years ago. And seriously, I have probably spent, I know I've spent more than $100,000 in my career improving myself with books, courses, seminars, those kind of things. And the wonderful thing about what we have in Surge is you have the founders of this company who are willing to pour into you every Saturday about the strategies, the tips. There's really no shortcuts, okay? But there are things you can do that will collapse those time frames. And that's what Chris does every other Saturday. And then Coach every other, so they just alternate Saturdays. Now this Saturday is going to be kind of special because Dad's going to do something. If you haven't heard him do it, it's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Christmas message called The Other Wise Man, okay? And in there, you're gonna find some lessons about Surge, but it's more about your life. Because see, here's what I know. You can perfect all the skills you want to perfect about closing, about prospecting, about sales. You can have all those traits. But I promise you this, if people don't know you care, it ain't gonna matter. And so anyway, this Saturday is going to be kind of special. And then the next Saturday, Chris is going to be picked right back up with additional trainings. By the way, if you have not listened, seriously, if you have not listened to last week's Winners Win Live, please log in. Now, there's two sections. The first section is all about inviting people to a meeting, the setup, how you introduce, that kind of stuff. And that's awesome. So if you got a meeting, you want to listen to that anyway. But right now, what Chris did in the second part, what do you do after a person says yes? How do you get them to equate? See, just because somebody bought, this is what Chris says, just because somebody bought, just because they got into business, that doesn't mean they're committed. That just means they had $177 this last weekend. It means that they saw something special. They saw a discount. They saw an incredible opportunity, but that doesn't mean they're committed. It doesn't mean that they're ready to run. See, what he takes about 35 minutes, and he says, now that a person said yes, how do you get them to attach their goals and dreams and accomplishing the things that they want for their family? How do you get them to attach all those things to the decision that they just made to join Surge 365? It is an incredible lesson. I'm going to challenge each of you to listen to that because it's going to be, listen to me, there's 30 years worth of knowledge crammed into 30 minutes about how do you take a person from I made a commitment to give you money to make it a commitment for the rest of my life. And so I'm going to challenge you to listen to that. And then by all means, I think, you even told me, Janice, you got a block of rooms. You're all ready for Miami for our next Winners Win Live. I'm gonna encourage you to get there. But I think what I really want to spend a little bit of time on is you gotta learn and embrace competition. Now, some of the competition that we have in our company is like golf. Golf is really a competition against yourself. There's a handicap, and can I do better than I've done in the past? And that's really how you judge yourself in golf. I have played with some incredible golfers, and they just absolutely, at the end of the day, they beat me hands down. But because I shot a good score myself, even though I lost to them heads up, I beat my best. I did my best. I did a stroke better or a shot better or maybe 2 shots better than what my average was. See, that's part of what competition is. Competition is about always competing against yourself to be a better you tomorrow than you were today. The other kind of competition is you're competing with your peers. You're competing for a contest and recognition and awards. And we're going to do that again in Miami, and you need to be competing for that. But then also we got this thing going on now in Punta Cana, and you definitely want to win this one because the top 15 people in points, team builder sales is how we do it. Every point you get, there's a look. You can log in, just click your back office, check Punta Cana, it'll tell you all the details about the points. I'm not going to go through that right now. But compete to win Punta Cana because you definitely want to be there for a few days. We're just going to be just a very small group. As a matter of fact, yes, when you think about it, it's going to be a group about half the size of what we have in our regional builder experience. That's how special this is going to be. And imagine being able to have those conversations. You've won the contest. We've paid for your lodging. If you do 20,000 points, we're going to pay for your airfare. And just think about what can happen in a 3-night, 4-day period where it's 3 founders and 15 couples. I mean, my goodness, it's just going to be awesome. And I can also tell you this, that we get so much out of these experiences ourselves. Now, I know this has kind of been as we were kind of going back and forth about some things to talk about, maybe some things to cover. And hopefully, I've been able, Janice, to cover the stuff that you wanted me to cover. But, yes. But I got to tell you this, okay? I'm going to act like we are in Beijing, okay? And the reason I'm saying that we're in Beijing is because tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, we're having a call for the company. And you heard me right. It's tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern time. That's right. It's going to be 6 o'clock on the Pacific Coast. We're having a special meeting. We did something different. We wanted to shake things up. So I'm going to act like it's that I'm in Beijing. It's 9 o'clock in the morning already. Now, here's what I need you guys to promise, and I'm gonna have you raise your hand because I can see through the phone. You probably don't know this. I got a special app. I need you to raise your hand. You can't post this online. You can't do no shout outs. You can't do no Facebook posts. You can't do nothing. Okay. With this information, except know it's coming tomorrow. All right. So everybody raise your hand. Okay. Okay. I can see most of you. There's a couple I'm wondering if I need to worry about you.
Yeah. We got
but
2
tomorrow
of those.
Morning.
Yeah.
We got two of those. Okay. That's all right. That's okay. I can live with that. Okay. We had the special over the weekend, and a lot of times people just aren't in the position. Maybe their payday didn't happen till this next Friday, or maybe there was something going on and you just couldn't get them in. And because of that, they're not able to take advantage of this special that goes on, because if you became an SBA and you also you just got started this last weekend, you had 8 days to be able to leverage the special, and nobody else could do that. And you know what we found out as we came in so Monday night finished up. I was up till 1 o'clock. I got up at 5 o'clock and jumped on a plane. I basically had a whole bunch of flying I was doing on Tuesday, got in the office this morning, started kind of hearing about some of the things that were going on, all kinds of excitement things, but you got 851 people that come in over the weekend, and you got a whole bunch of stuff happening on Tuesday. Man, the phone's ringing off the hook, and there's wait times, and there's questions, and how's this work, and we're listening to this, to all this stuff that's going on. And look, there's only 14 people in the world know about what I'm getting ready to tell you. Okay. Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, what we're announcing is that, because we just saw some things. It was just the experience of a new person, because they were buying, on Tuesday, they were buying the Vortex, and they were being upgraded to Platinum, but everything they were getting said Vortex. Anyway, long story short, you don't care about all the reasons we're doing it. Here's what you're going to care about. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., the special is back through the 27th of the month. That's through Thursday after Christmas. Okay. Now, you can't, there's the site looks exactly like it does right now. In the morning, it's going to flip over. So we're going to have the 177. That includes that's the Platinum. It's the 1 point. It's the same compensation. And everybody is going to have the ability to use it. Not just new people. That means that everybody, okay? Janice, you can do this with new people. Okay. Now, here's the thing. I want you to do. Now, we were not going to do this. And the only reason we did, I'm telling you, the reason we did is because the experience of the new people who were buying today or yesterday and today, because they had to go in and buy the Vortex and get upgraded to Platinum. So that welcome email said, well, you bought the Vortex. I said, no, I bought the Platinum. So we didn't want them to have an experience that was different than what the product that they actually bought was. So tomorrow morning, the site's going to be just like it was over the weekend. Everybody can use it. It's unlimited. There's no cap. You can do 4, you can do 40, you can do 400. It does not matter to us. We're going to run it through 2 days after Christmas, because I also know that beginning kind of this Friday, Saturday, people are really going to go ahead into Christmas mode. But that is open to the whole company starting tomorrow morning. You got a second chance to utilize what I think is the greatest special in business, is the ability to be a Surge Platinum at 177. And that'll be live tomorrow morning. And you're the first people in the company to know about this outside of 14 directors.
Amen.
So I know you weren't expecting that.
No. That is, man, I love this. I love it here. You guys are so amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. Because y'all know we're not sleeping tonight, just so you know. Go ahead, Scott. I'm sorry.
Well, but see, why do we do this? Okay, because honestly, you blew us away with what you did, with your efforts and your team's efforts, and the fact that you did it. You went out there, and while there were some directors who had literally, I think, nearly 150 sales in their group in just 3 days, but you and your team went out there and actually outperformed a couple of the directors and their whole teams. Okay. Now, that's not saying that they did poorly. I just want you to know how well you did.
Thank you.
And the only thing I can think to reward people who go out there and deliver is just say, you know what? Let's just go ahead and run this play again. It worked pretty good. Why don't we go ahead and run this again? And set it up. So we're running it through the end of the pay week. So it starts tomorrow morning. It's going to go through midnight Central next Thursday, the 27th. And the reason we're doing this is because you guys did such an amazing job with what we offered you last weekend. So just honored to be in business with you, proud to be on your team. I promise you I'll keep working hard to make this the best company that we can have.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you so much. One of the things that I tell people, and I had this conversation with an attorney just the other day, and she'd been in business in a prior project that's nothing like this. And I told her, I said, you know what I love about where we are? It's not just the product. As a matter of fact, we could be selling pencils, number 2s. It's really about the leadership. And it's not just people who are brilliant in the industry. It's not just people who have done well in the industry. And one of the things that Chris said, you guys are reps too, but it's the heart, right? It's the heart of the people that are that you guys, it's the heart of you guys that makes this also wonderful. So it's, there is that saying, and you said it, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And what I know from the first time I saw you when I came to see Tashana get her car, What I know is, and Scott, I was looking at you guys when you weren't on stage. I wanted to check you guys out from every possible angle, and I saw your heart and how much you love this young lady that you'd only known for a year, and I knew I was in the right place. So thank you so very much for this promotion. We will not let you down. We will bring 100 to the table. Just because you care enough about us, we'll bring those to you guys, because we want this company to flourish. We are proud of you. We are taking Coach's desire and giving us 2 more years, which I've counted down. We're down to 11, 1 year, 10 months, and 26 days, right? I'm counting down. But his commitment, I mean, is amazing. And what he has poured into you and to Clint and to JT, I'm just super excited. So thank you. Thank you for being on tonight, and thank you for this promotion.
Well, and thank you for what again, if you hadn't done what you did, there wouldn't be any reason to do it again. But because of you and your team and your brothers and sisters in this company and what you delivered, it was the right decision. It was the best decision. And I just can't wait to see what this next 8 days is going to hold. So thank you for having me on the call. Thank you for being the leader you are, because you make me look good. So thank you.
Thank you. God bless you, Scott. Thank you for your time. Family, y'all please shout out, how do you feel about Scott? And Scott, I'll just read some of the messages to you. I know you got to go, but I'll just read what the team is saying. They are on fire right now. We've got like 20-some messages. They're saying, oh my God, no sleep for me. I love this business. Awesome. Look, yay. I've got smiley faces, airplane, shoes. Wow, hands clapping. Somebody said, what? They've got, thank you so much, Scott Thomas, CEO. We love your heart. People are saying, thank you. Awesome, 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 Scott. Mind blown, red eye. Good is good. Blow it out the frame. Red Eye Nation. So I think they're excited, Scott. I think
it sounds like it. I think I would have to agree with you on that.
Well, listen, you are one amazing guy. Somebody just said fainted. So that's always good. Thank you so much, Scott.
All right.
I really appreciate it.
You bet. It is. Right. It's going to be it's an awesome time.
Yes, sir.
All right.
We're going to be quiet, but we're going to be grinding.
There you go. Sounds perfect.
Thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon.
You bet. All right. Bye now.
Oh my gosh, family, can you believe it? Can you believe it? This is bananas. Hold on, let me. Oops. Ooh. All right. I just want to make sure. Can you guys still hear me? Because I've switched from my cell phone to the computer. Can you guys still hear me? All right, let's see down in the chat. Okay. All right, thank you, Chantel. Guys, I am blown away. Listen, God just dropped it in my spirit last night, and it said, text Scott Tomer and ask him if he can be on a call. And really, because the days are like blending, thank you, Antoinette, because the days are like blending, family, I thought yesterday was Monday. That's how he done made me have a hot flash, y'all. What am I saying? I done broke into a hot flash. But at any rate, then I realized, oh my God, the team call, right, Sharonica? Oh Lord, the team call is tomorrow. So I said, okay, well, you know what? That's the perfect time. And I had no clue, none whatsoever. Sylvia, I know, right? None whatsoever that he was going to drop this. Now, so let's go through what this means, because some of you are too new to even know what he just did for you. You're too new to even know what he just did for you, but I am happy to share. I am happy to share. All right, so we had the ability to bring people in, right? Y'all know that Platinum 477, which includes the membership, the Vortex, reward credits on the membership, reward credits on your customers shopping, travel, cash when your friends and family travel, plus a whole travel agency. $477 plus your 20, right? Is $497. That's what it cost, right? Until Coach's special this past Saturday. Well, then with the special, Coach said, I'm going to take $300 off. And I'm going to make it allow people to get everything they would have gotten had they paid the $477 but they're going to get it now. They're going to get it now for $177 plus. Listen, guys, $177. So they actually have the ability, right? They actually have the ability. Right, we were just talking about it. Jamila, we just had this conversation yesterday, right? So you know what? Prayers go up, blessings come down. So 197. Well, originally it ended on Monday. It was over this past Monday, right? This past Monday, it actually ended. Right? It ended on, but wait. Right? There's more. Now, originally, guys, you had the ability to help 4 of your friends. Just 4, though. You had the ability to help 4 of your friends get enrolled at 177, right? And then after that, there was not going to be any ability, right, for you to help anybody else at that price. Now, you guys know my favorite word in the comp plan, right? Let me show you my favorite word in the comp plan. Unlimited. You can put in as many as you want for the next 7 days. You can put it, listen, Linda, you can put in as many, unlimited, that's right, Martinia, as many as you want. So let me help you new people understand the monetary value of what he just did for your organization. Now, here's what's so bananas, guys, is that because you are actually going to be able to put in as many as you want, right? As many as you want. I want you to understand the fact that once you bring on your first 3, you're 3 and free, right? You are 3 and free. No more monthly subscription payment. But when you help those 3, think about it. In order for you to stay 3 and free, they must stay active. How do we keep them active? We help them to get what? 3 and free. Now, the way this works, family, is that you're going to be able to have the ability to not only just help 4, if you want to, you can help 20. If you want to, you can help 60. It's totally up to you. And not only can you do that, but they can do it too. See, guys, once you have 6 of these, let me just help you understand. Once you have 6 of these persons on your team in your first 30 days, you're going to be something that I like to call a team builder, that the company calls a team builder, because everybody who has 6 points, and somebody didn't notice today, you only get 1 point because people aren't paying $477, they're paying $177. So you're getting 1 point, just so you know that. But watch this, and I'm gonna check and see. I know Les had a question, but watch this, guys. Once you have that 6, you're a team builder. Now, every time, now let's just say you have it before the promo is over, and you were to get 14 more. That's $1,000 bonus. Y'all understand that, right? You'll make $1,000 bonus as a team builder. If you and even if you go past the promo, understand something. You just set yourself up for unlimited $1,000 bonuses by getting at least 6 in your first 30 days. And right now you can put in as many as you want for the next 7 days for $177. I want you to understand that he just set you up. Remember, you know what, Sharonica, we were talking about people setting their New Year's resolution now instead of in 2019. Your New Year's resolution has officially begun. It has officially begun, guys. You are going to earn so much income just because the company cares enough about you. Now, I want you to, right, Michelle, I want you to think about it, right? Understand this, that the company, it is smart, right? Because it's all about math. I tell y'all every Friday on compensation plan day that everything is cold hard math. Yes, the company could have left it at $400, went on their vacations, not had their staff overworked these last couple of weeks, but they cared enough to give it to us. Now they're losing $300 per, right? They're losing $300 per, but they're smart enough to realize that if we can do 851 in 3 days, what in the world can we do in 7? What in the world can we do in 7? So on tomorrow after 9 o'clock, guys, your new partners will not have to select 177 and call an upgrade. There'll be no more of that. What they'll simply do is there'll be one button to press for 177, one little box to check for SBA, one check out, 197 out the door, and they too can recruit as many. So what do? You're all fired up, right? Anybody ever been really, really excited and you run out and then it's like, okay, now what? All right, let me tell you the now what. Now what do you do? Well, first thing, guys, you know, besides having to get a couple of hours of sleep for work, you know, this really isn't a sleeping period, right? It's really not a sleeping period. I'm going to challenge you tonight, Pastor Friday, I'm going to challenge you tonight to make sure that you build as big of a list as possible. You know, some of you guys, I told you, you know, go ahead and get at least 25. That's what I tell you in the Fast Start training. But on the Fast Start training, we're not talking about 177 that expires in 7 days, right? We have a little bit more window. But right now, family, because you can bless so many people. I mean, family, do you understand what can happen? Tashana was able to go from sleeping in a hotel to living in Everwood community because of this business. Letitia Beatty was able to go from a job that worked her 70 hours a week to being able to now be at home, going to school to get her doctorate and just building this business. I went from sugar, honey, iced tea, because, you know, I went from sugar to sugar, honey, iced tea. Now I'm able to climb back up out of that. Family, we're seeing people who are just growing personally. They're becoming better people. They're becoming people who can speak in front of other people, all because of this business. So put as many people on your list as you're willing to bless with this information. I am going to put together a webinar schedule. Y'all know what we did in the when we only had a couple of days. Y'all just wait and see what happens the next 7 days. Somebody's just said, Coach, are you going to do the presentation on Christmas? You bet your bottom dollar it'll be in the evening, right? Like around 7 after everybody's just kind of settled down, but probably 7 and 10 p.m. again on Christmas. So, okay, thank you, Leslie. And so make as big a list as possible. And then what do? You let them know, listening, there is something amazing happening and I would feel guilty. So listen to my verbiage, guys. There is something amazing happening. And I would feel guilty if I did not let you in on it. That's how I'm going to open it. Something's amazing happening. I would feel guilty if I didn't let you in on it. Girl, what's going on? Listen, I'm very serious about my money or my income or taking care of my mom, whatever your deal is, right? Those are all mine. My mom, she's up there blowing up my phone. I didn't answer. She's going to be mad at me. But whatever it is, let them know, I'm very serious, right? Like Pastor Friday could say, I'm very serious, right? No vouchers, guys. I'm very serious about taking care of my mom. Pastor Friday might say, I'm very serious about building this community center. Pastor Friday, do you understand that we could get 100 in, or even 30 in for you in the next 7 days, and we help all 30 get 3? You're going to be right at 100, and we're building. We got 50,000 towards that community center. Guys, do you know each one of these people counts towards your 100? Once you're a team builder, counts towards your 100 so that you can earn the $10,000 or $50,000 bonus, depending on if you're in your third day, you're welcome. If you're in your, first 100 days or outside, whether you're outside or in, like Pastor Friday is brand new. He has the ability not just to run for the 50,000, but to run for the 100,000. I'm just saying, all right? Those of you who are brand new, if you don't understand the comp plan, make sure you're on it on Friday. I do have them on my YouTube page. My YouTube page is Janice Parker. So you put in Janice Parker compensation, it'll pull up a video. But family, understand that those of you who are brand new, you don't even know what's going on yet. Just let us help you. The bigger the list you build, right? So in other words, if somebody comes to me, y'all answer this question for me. If somebody builds a list of 25 and somebody else builds a list of, I don't know, maybe 250, who do you think I will have more opportunity to help? The person with 25 or the person with 250? Right? It's all math. Everything is cold hard math. The person with 250. So everybody may not be able to get 250 on their list, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna challenge you to be inboxing people. Don't blast it on your Facebook page. Inbox people and say there's something happening, and I would feel guilty if I didn't tell you about it. Hey, we've been friends forever. We've never had a conversation. I want to fix that today, and start having a conversation. How's things? How are you? How is your family? What are your New Year's resolutions? Most people are gonna want to make more what? Money. We got a solution. I will make sure that I have the webinars posted, Chantel, so that you and your teams will know. I will also be doing a midnight webinar so that I can bless the people on the West Coast, because it'll be 9 p.m. their time. My family, what I'm sharing with you is this, is that right now, the thing to do is to tonight, dump your cell phone, take every number you have out of your cell phone and put it in your notebook. Where's that notebook? Every number that you have, take it out of your phone and put it in your notebook. Everybody on your Facebook page. Now I probably won't do that because it's 5,000 of them, but write those, people that maybe you don't have the phone number for, write them in your notebook, because once your mind sees them, then you're more motivated to go to work. And a person with a bigger list will be more motivated than a person with a small list, because here's what happened to me. I had a small list. I'm calling these people, right? I'm calling these people, and 5 of them don't answer. 5 of them say, call me back. 5 of them say, I'm not now, call me next month. 5 of them say, well, I'm not interested. And 5 of them say, okay, send me the information. Now my whole list is done. Does that make sense? But the bigger your list, the more people we have opportunity to talk to, the more income you're actually going to make. Does that make sense, guys? So what is it? The thing to do now? Go ahead and build a very big list. What's the next thing to do? Is you want to look out for the webinar information. We will have a webinar blitz over the next 7 days. There will be a webinar blitz. Yes, that's going to include Christmas. There will be a 7-day webinar blitz. And we're only going to, the webinar, sorry, I couldn't answer, Mama. The webinar that you guys saw me do on All Day Monday, we're going to do that same webinar. We're going to do that same webinar every single day for the next 7 days. Every single day for the next 7 days. I will be streaming it. Okay, I will stream it to Facebook, and that way those of you who have friends who can't get on, Zoom, you'll be able to, do watch parties in your groups or on your page or whatever you do. But I'm going to be doing that to make sure we can help as many people as possible. Love you. Not just the people that are inside of our group. Everybody, as many people as is absolutely possible. So you build your list. Once you've got a huge list built, get with the person invited, that's your sponsor, and they will actually be able to help you start to make those phone calls. And then, guys, let's get people on the webinar. Listen, you don't have to wait for the webinar time. There are plenty of them on my page. I'm going to leave them live. You can tag them in one of those. But those talk about it expiring on Monday. So starting tomorrow. The first one will probably be at 10 a.m. as soon as he finishes talking. But guys, so I'll get that list out to you, and it'll be the same times every single day. That way you don't have to guess, okay? Any questions, guys? Any questions? Next thing is to build the list. The thing after that is to get with the person who invited you to start helping you make those calls. And then make sure after that you get your upline on a 3-way call with them to close them out. List, get the information in front of them, get them on a 3-way call. Make another call, get some information in front of that person, get them on a 3-way call. Make another call, get some information in front of that person, make another 3-way call. That's how that works. Any questions, guys? I'm fired up. I'm fired up. So I'll be looking at my calendar tonight. I will also be doing, if anybody, whoever can put together a list of at least 60 people, I will do a conference call campaign for you, a launch call campaign for you, which is a little bit different than a Zoom, but I'll actually be doing a launch call campaign for you. if you can put together a list of 60, get with your upline and we'll walk you through how that actually works. Okay. All right. Fired up. So I'm gonna let y'all go, but y'all got work to do, and I have a webinar to do in T minus, what time is it? T minus 14 minutes. So I'm gonna grab me something hot because my throat is doing something crazy. I'm excited too, Akila. I am fired, as they would say, fired up. I am fired up, guys. So love you, family. Go to work. Oh, and for those of you, if you need any help, all of you have amazing uplines. So if you're on my team or anybody else's team and you just need some help, Chantel's fired up. My phone number is 757-725-4721. And for those of you who don't know me, people call me Coach JP. I am Janice Elisa Parker. Whatever I can do to help any one of you, let me know. Let's close this next 7 days strong. Listen, 100. Sharonica, we had this conversation earlier today, baby girl. 100, y'all. 100. God bless each and every one of you, family. Thank you so very much for chiming in. This particular webinar is officially over. Let's go to work. The company loves us, guys. Can't love us any harder than that, baby. So we'll talk to you soon. Good night, family.